Gaming Bolt presents 15 creepiest places in video games that you wouldn't want to visit. PT, a house with no end. PT's simple short demo on PS4 was just a sliver of what fans were to expect from a horrendously frightening game that ultimately met its untimely demise. The house where PT took place was a living, breathing nightmare. Dark, demented, and filled with something around its scary corners. Silent Hill 2, TOLUCA Prison. Silent Hill 2 was home to many famous and horrifying locations. However, TOLUCA Prison would have to take the top spot for places we wouldn't want to visit in that game if it were real. Black, dilapidated brick interior that ran down long, eerie hallways, forcing the player to use a flashlight as the only means to see. AMNESIA, The Dark Descent, Prison. There's just something about abandoned prisons that really makes them creepy. Take AMNESIA, The Dark Descent's prison for example. Unlike Silent Hill's prison, AMNESIA was lavished in evil architectures, dimly lit candles, and foggy passageways. Alien Isolation, HIVE. Alien Isolation's HIVE mission trapped the player in a cavern brimming with sticky membrane panels and flooded over. What's in the water we walk through? Who knows? There's nothing worse than seeing a human sanctuary taken over by ravenous aliens. Fatal Frame 2, The Lost Village. Fatal Frame 2 took us to a cabin with creaking walls and doors, barred windows, and no one in sight. With little more than a flashlight and a candle to light the path, exploring the mysteries of what this cabin in the Lost Village has to offer is not something for the faint of heart. Dead Space 2, Children's School. Dead Space 2 took insomnia to a whole new level. After just the introduction in the first few minutes, it was hard to get any sleep thereafter. But it was the children's school in Dead Space 2 that sent shivers up player spines. Even before stepping foot into the school, there is a distinct, cringingly terrifying baby crying in horror. Halo 3, GRAVEMIND Cave. Walking into a cold, damp, and slimy orange dwelling, oozing with sludge in every crevice, with throbbing pus bubbles scattered all around, and tentacles hanging from the ceiling whipping back and forth, is never a pleasant experience to behold. In Halo 3's 8th mission, that's what lies beneath. Condemned 2, Doll Factory. Condemned 2 was an overall disturbing game, but there was one location in particular that really gave us chills. Setting a visually dark tone inside an abandoned doll factory was frightening enough as it was. Add on to that a macabre-inspired children's musical jingle playing throughout that sounds incredibly disturbing was far worse. Fallout 3, Vault 108. Fallout 3 wasn't exactly known as a frightening game. Stepping into Vault 108 will quickly change that line of thinking. This old vault, though long abandoned, is anything but. A deep, ambient hum dwells over Vault 108 as if something inside is still running, maybe even keeping something or some things alive. Alan Wake, Nightmare Road. Starting off on a particularly unsettling approach to an opening, Alan Wake finds himself on a foggy road in the middle of the night. Near a long, foreboding tunnel and a creaking and crumbling bridge deep in a forest, Wake is forced to walk through a surreal, spine-tingling path that sends massive scares our direction. The Evil Within, Bloody Sewer. The look of the sewer and its long stretching shadows are enough to take the smile off of anyone's face. Rusted, clanking pipes and dead bodies only add to the ambience of death all around, while running through slimy green infected waters that are carrying the guts and innards of the victims above. Batman Arkham Asylum, Scarecrow's World. When Batman makes his way to Scarecrow's world, he isn't quite mental there. This twisted and skewed world storms with black energy, and its offbeat, hectic clouds streaking the sky above as the structure Batman stands on crumbles around him will raise the blood pressure of any player.
Are you scared, little rat? Do you need to maul me?
Gears of War 2, In the Worm. In Gears of War 2, an entire sequence takes place inside the belly of the beast. Glossy, thick saliva flowing over oozing internal organs and chomping, building tall teeth have got this worm covered all around inside.
Concentrate your fire on the opening! Got it. It's opening.
The Last of Us, Tunnel to Hospital. The tunnel that leads to the hospital is one of the most scary. Who knows what's beneath the deeply flooded tunnel waters? Along with that, crashed vehicles line the path, and a strong, malevolent clicking noise that everyone by now knows is never a good indication of a safe path forward. Slender Man, The Arrival, Creepy Forest. This indie-developed game has more sheer frightening moments of scares in its entire hour-long gameplay than most have in 20 hours. We have to give it to the creepy forest near the beginning of the game. The woods at night, as everyone knows, are never the first place anyone wants to visit. And if you like what we're doing, go ahead and click that subscribe button. See you soon.